Muni is the transit agency commuters love to hate. There's no real schedule, buses show up whenever, and they are often packed. Tonight, we're getting a better idea why. KPIX 5 reporter Susie Steimle tells us about something called Muni not outs. Susie?
That's right, Liz. That's what Muni operators refer to the buses that are not out in service. And on any given day, there can be more than 100 of those. And Muni tells us they don't say this is necessarily a recruitment issue or a hiring issue. They say it's more of a training issue. There are not enough operators that are trained to drive the new buses, and it's causing some serious slowdowns. If you find yourself standing at the bus stop waiting for Muni longer than usual these days, that's because there are fewer buses out picking people up. Muni is operating at an operator shortage, and that means more buses are sitting idle.
We have at most 100 vehicles throughout the system that aren't going out every day. But that's on our worst days.
The Examiner first reported Muni is operating at 92% efficiency and that any given day 150 buses aren't out on their scheduled routes. This makes wait times longer, and when the buses do arrive, there's significantly less elbow room.
There's just so many problems.
Roger Marenko is the president of Local 250A, the union representing Muni operators. He says attrition is consistently an issue, along with low morale.
They try and do their best to stick with it, and the majority of them do, but it's tough. Oftentimes they have to get 2 or 3 jobs, work 6-7 days a week to try and make ends meet.
The average driver makes $60,000 to $70,000 a year, but while they're in training, they're only paid 63% of their salary, or around $40,000 a year. The training salary used to last only 18 months. Now, it's the first 4 years.
And going from 18 months to 48 months, that's a big difference, especially when you're living in one of the most expensive cities in the entire United States of America.
Muni is taking the heat on Twitter today. Passengers complain about waiting more than 30 minutes, or in many cases, Muni buses are a no-show.
We do hear the complaints, and we just try to respond and provide the information that'll help them connect to the service they need.
Paul Rose, who you saw in the story there, was quick to point out as well that the Twin Peaks tunnel closure has had a big impact on this as well, because its construction has meant adding more bus drivers to drive around that closure. He thinks things will improve when that reopens in August. Live in San Francisco, Susie Steimle, KPIX 5.